Welcome, everyone, not only to White Belt, but especially to the Wolfpack family. Whether you're a brand new student to the Taekwondo martial art or you're a practitioner from another school hopping in for whatever reason. So, whenever it comes to everything to expect for White Belt specifically, it's going to be kind of roughly broken down within this video. And if you have any additional questions, feel free to always ask. So, whenever it comes to what to expect during class, environment, more than anything, is the first thing that a lot of people are going to be noticing. As soon as they come through the doors, we keep everything as much as we can, as clean, as organized, as fresh, not only on the mats, but as our uniforms and verbal language as well, keeping an entirely professional environment as often as possible. So whenever it comes to a structured curriculum as well, this is something that we've been working very hard with in the past, and we'll continue to work hard to refine as much as logically necessary to create the most well-rounded, not only self-defense program, but to really help tie into some tradition as well whenever it comes to our Taekwondo program and curriculum. So whenever it comes to the structure, you'll notice that we talk about a very specific set of techniques. Whenever it comes to a general broad band of everything that there is all of Taekwondo, but especially in the beginning general classes, we're going to be doing as much as we can to talk about for our white belts, our front kick, side kick, round kick, as well as very good defense and offense whenever it comes to our hand techniques, as well as very fundamental stances and blocks and everything in between. We really like to focus on these specific concepts more than anything at first. Why? Because not only are they the best core basic applications of many other techniques, but these are also things that will help allow us to strengthen specific muscle groups that we will be using for a very long time. So notice in a lot of these techniques, we'll be incorporating safety tips and details because we want you guys, whether it's with us or whether it's with anyone, to be able to practice as long as you want. And a lot of people like to try to practice as long as they can. And we'd like to see you guys physically practice for a very, very long time. So keep all safety concepts with technique in consideration as we go through. And that brings us to our last and final what to expect during classes situation whenever it comes to safety, right? Whenever it comes to white and yellow belts in sparring, more than anything, we dedicate as much as we can to that technique and to the safety of not only your partner, but especially you too. It's hard to practice some techniques if you beat up your partner and then they go home throughout the remainder of the class. So take care of each other, take care of yourself as well. Focus on the concepts of control. Anyone can throw anything out there just as hard as they can, but not everyone can have crisp, perfect technique, accuracy, and control with everything involved. So if you have any questions on anything whatsoever, always ask. Now, whenever it comes to our cards, specifically our white belt cards stipulate a 10 class day for your stripe, and once you get all the way to 30, that's whenever you're going to be able to, at a minimum, be able to test if you're ready. Now, notice I said minimum. You can train as long as you want to whenever it comes to that white belt card. Even if you totally fill it up, just keep coming to class until you are comfortable. This is all a personal state of mind and technique whenever it comes to your entire journey. It doesn't matter where everyone else is and what everyone else is doing. Be the best you can be, and follow at your realistic pace safely, but push yourself and work hard. So whenever it comes to our cards, first of all, you might notice in class we'll be talking about forms, our kicks, our blocks, and our stances, everything in between, to be able to do as much as you can for that fundamental set of techniques that we'll cover not only more throughout classes, but throughout other videos as well. And whenever it comes to our punches, once again, we'll be covered a little bit more in separate techniques, but just to expect a very defensive style of things, because if we just go toe-to-toe with somebody potentially bigger, stronger, and crazier, then we might not be in the best situation. So first and foremost, practicing basic application of punches to be able to defend first, but also practicing the what to know and how to defend that. So whenever it comes to our self-defense, we have a few different things. Specifically, self-defense is always going to be a set amount of techniques specifically for this specific belt group. Why? Because there might be more dangerous and more common scenarios if punches and kicks aren't really possible for whatever reason. So we have our stand up and base. First of all, how to stand up not only for your safety whenever it comes to standing up with an attacker, but how to stand up and not injure yourself too. Guys, I've actually hurt my own knee standing up incorrectly before. So I'm a firm believer in making sure that you are being safe for yourself and from yourself as well. So whenever it comes to our other self-defenses, not only do we have that stand up and base, we have some wrist releases. A punch set 1 is something that I would love to discuss as well, talking about the two most common ways of just wild punches or straight line technique and punches as well. Haymaker punch defense, the ultimate wild punch for everything, all in, just as much as they can, putting that force into the concept of that technique. So whenever it comes to all of these, we will be breaking them down not only throughout classes, but throughout videos as well. And as always, ask any questions if you guys have them. We are very, very open. And the chances are we're going to be telling you one of a few things. 1, this is why we do that thing. 2, this is why we don't do that thing. Or 3, I don't know, but I would love to find out for you. So be as creative as you want to whenever it comes to those questions. The chances are you're going to be helping not only yourself, but the rest of the class. And that is what we are here for. We're not here to be better. We're here to be the best that we can be. That includes you guys as well as myself. So if there's anything we can do to help, feel free to ask. Once again, welcome officially to the Wolfpack family.